But you are, Blanche. You are
stuck in this house.
Welcome, your host, Jennie McNulty.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your house. Hi, I'm Jennie McNulty. This is the InHouse Comedy Chat, more than a talk show. We are energizing your mind, body, and spirit. And my guest today is comedian Tracy Locke, who is also a fellow football junkie. We are going to have so much fun, and a quite talented actress who you're going to see in just a moment. And don't forget to stick around after our chat with Tracy. We are going to leave the lovely confines of Cher's guest room here and go downstairs and take a walk on the beach, and you are going to join me. Yes, you are. This is the day that you start to get yourself in shape. And while we are walking, I'm going to not only give you your Monday motivation tip that will help you to keep exercising, I'm also going to show you a little bit about one of my favorite actors ever. I'll give you a hint. She would be 113 years old today, and you heard her voice in the opening. Yeah, check it out. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But first, my thoughts? Well, yesterday was Easter. Jesus has risen, you guys. You know what that means? 6 more weeks of spring. Sorry, Dad. So I had kind of a strange experience yesterday. My mom is in town here now, my sister, so we all got together at my sister's house for a nice little Easter dinner, and I went to go get my mom. Now, the best part about Easter in LA is there is no traffic. Everyone goes home. It's the weirdest thing. There's absolutely nobody there. It's like a ghost town. It's awesome. So I leave to go pick up my mom. Well, this being the pandemic, everything is weird and backwards, and it was packed. I do not know why. It was normal traffic. It was normal 6 miles equals 40 minutes kind of traffic. Only I thought, being as I was going to be to my mom's in a jiffy, I didn't need to go to the bathroom. And let me back up and tell you that I was bringing my mom all the stuff she gets delivered to my house, which was Depends and Poise pads. So I have a trunk filled to the brim with Poise pads, and I'm stuck in traffic having to go to the bathroom. The irony of that only made me laugh harder, which made the whole situation worse. Not to mention I felt like the strangest Easter bunny in the world delivering Poise and Depends. But then we get to my sister's house, and it's just it's just her 2 sons and she and her partner. Now, they've been vaccinated. My mom's been vaccinated. Her older son got vaccinated because he works in a lab. So it's just me and my young nephew at the kiddies table, which is now the unvaccinated table. Everything is all different and screwy. And I would like to congratulate the Stanford women who won the women's NCAA basketball final. And in keeping with the way these gals have been celebrated for this entire tournament, the confetti drop didn't drop till like 3 hours later. Not 3 hours, but But I will tell you this, the men's final is this evening. Now, in the rest of the madness, of course, I went to Michigan, so I pulled for Michigan. Both my teams lost. So then the Michigan men, who got beaten by UCLA, I thought, well, I'm going to pull for UCLA then. It'll make Michigan look better. And they lose with a last-second shot. Then, equally angered as everyone in Arizona was by them being left off of the clip, I pulled for Arizona to beat, to come back and win the final. And, of course, they get edged out by a shot. So, if you are really strongly pulling for either Gonzaga or Baylor this evening, give me a call and I will cheer for the other team and guarantee your victory. For a prize, of course. My guest today loves sports as much as I do and loves football as much as I do, and even played. I can't wait to introduce you to her. I just met her myself, actually. I saw a video of her and started to look her up and thought, man, this woman is really funny. We need to get her in the InHouse Comedy Chat. She is a comedian. She is a host. She's got a series of really hilarious videos featuring Aunt Sheila. She does a Girls Gone Green football podcast. She does it all, ladies and gents. Take a quick look at Tracy Locke.
Next time you're at a party with a man, a baseball man, and you're trying to get his attention, here's what you're gonna do. Baseball signals. Hey, if I see you checking out the girl on the left with the big boobs and the gold earrings one more time, I'm gonna cut your head off.
Hey, gorgeous faces, it's your Aunt Sheila coming to you this week with your astrological information. Look, I've got to apologize. A fan wrote to me last week and said, you forgot Aquarius last week. How could that happen? I don't know, but you're going first. Aquarius, big news. A knock at the door has you smiling this week. Are you expecting a person or a big package? Better yet, a person with a big package. Whatever it is, it's happening. Get excited, Aquarius. You're going to be very, very busy this week.
Orlando, here we come! Oh my God!
Welcome, Tracy Locke. Hello, my new friend.
Hello, I am so thrilled to be here, Jenny. This is so exciting. You have a killer show. I've watched it. I love it. Oh my gosh, and I'm so excited to actually meet you. This is really great.
Thank you. Right back at you. I love what you do. It's super funny. So that looked like fun. Sheila was, as you could hear, screaming about your trip through Vegas. What the heck was that? And was it as fun as it looked, or were you thoroughly scared?
Oh my God. The hilarious part is, you do all this stuff that we all do as performers where we're like, well, we'll try anything. I'll do whatever, as long as we're on camera and we're having fun. And they were like, yeah, we're going to do a zip line across old Vegas. It'll be great. And I'd never done a zip line, Jenny. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll totally do that. I won't be scared. It'll be great. And I'll talk and I'll do an intro while I'm doing it and memorize lines. And then I did it. And I don't know if you could tell in the video, but I was scared to death. That is no joke. I don't know if you've done that zip line yet, but it's the zip line across old Vegas. And I don't know. I've seen zip lines where you just kind of hang and you swing. This is like you're on your stomach like Superman, and you just feel like you're going to fall. And so, of course, I've got to try to maintain my composure and act like it's totally cool. And meanwhile, I wish I had the Depends that you had in your trunk on, but I didn't. Because I was like, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It was insane. But that was
I've never done that kind of zip line. Like you said, I've just done the hanging kind where you, that you're in any more control, I guess. But
yeah, I don't know. That one looks like it would be manageably scary. Like that one looks like it would be scary, the regular zip lines, but manageable. This was like totally unmanageable, really scary, but awesome. I mean, it was really fun, but scary. So it was nuts. Oh my God.
All right, so I don't even know where to start with you. Let's start with Girls Gone Green. You are a Philadelphia Eagle fan. In full disclosure, the person running the audio and video is a Giant fan, so be careful what you say or all of a sudden you'll be cut off.
Oh, okay. Big Blue, right, I get it. She's a G woman, I get it. Well, I can't even tell you, Jenny, how excited I am that you're a huge Detroit Lions fan, that you're a football fan, and then that you played women's professional football. Okay, can we just get excited about that? Because, all right, I feel like we've known each other in another life. You're a comedian, you're an actress, you love improv, you play women's professional football. Oh my God, we've got to totally meet up with Sheila. We've got to all meet up because I'm so excited. But I played for the New York Sharks and I played for the Connecticut Crush. And I'm sure your experience was probably very similar to mine. I played sports my whole life growing up, and I always loved football.
Yep.
Obviously, women were not, encouraged to play football, but I actually played. I was the first woman girl. I was 7 years old, and I lived in Warminster, PA, so it's outside of Philly. And I'll never forget it because it was first grade, and they gave out little flyers in our backpacks that said, try out for the Pioneers, which was football and cheerleading. So I said to my parents, I want to go sign up. So we go to sign up, and they're like, go ahead and get in the line. And they kept saying, you're in the wrong line. I'm like, no, I want to play football. They're like, no, this is the cheerleading. Like, I don't want to cheerlead, I want to play football. So long story short, the camera crews come, everybody comes. It was like this huge deal because at 7 years old, I wanted to play football. They let me play. I had short hair. The boys didn't even know I was a girl. And then the whole thing that was crazy was once they found out I was a girl, they chop blocked me. They all would gang tackle me. They would do everything. And even the dads were like total jerks. They didn't want me to play on the team. And it was such a crazy experience that when I found out about the Women's Professional Football League, I was like, oh my God, I have to do it. I'm going out of my mind. I've never gotten the chance to really play football. So when I did it, I'll never forget, Jenny, I'm sure you had the same experience. The first game where we're all in the 50-yard line and they play the American anthem. We were just all crying, sobbing, because it's all these incredible women who've always wanted to play football, never gotten the chance, and now, boy, did we ever get
it was amazing. I remember the first time it really hit home with me. What did you play? What position?
I was a cornerback and safety, so defensive back.
Corners. Holy shit, we are. I think we're. Have you ever seen us together? I think we're the same person. Anyway, I started out at corner too, but I was pretty old when I started, so I moved to safety kind of quick and ended up, But I remember being on the field, and as I was in the back, and there was a fumble up near the line, and I saw our team fall on it, and I just like leaped up and did the possession arrow move with my hand. And as I did it, in that moment, I realized it's something I had done for years and years and years watching television, and I'm like, oh, I'm in this game. I am playing in this game. And it was still one of my highlights 16 years later. It was one of my favorite moments, It's such a thrill to play. It really, really is.
It was such a thrill to play. And you played for a long time. You played for 15 years?
I did, but I was doing comedy, so I missed a lot each season. I missed at least a couple of games. So,
but still, what an incredible experience.
Yeah. How long did you play?
I played for 4 years, and I miss it like every day because, as you know, I miss the camaraderie of the women because being a stand-up, we're on the road by ourselves all the time. And it was just such a cool feeling to travel with that group of women. And we had women, I'm sure you had the same. We had moms, we had grandmothers, we had doctors, dentists, doctors, like from every part of the world. And it was just such a cool environment to be in. And for all these women to team up together and learn a sport together was just so cool. It was something that I hope you realize, I'm sure you do, that you'll never get to experience that again, to be at the, at the very beginning of something. You're literally a pioneer. So what an awesome experience. And I still follow the teams and I still love it. And I still don't like the Detroit Lions though, I have to tell you. No, I have a question.
Like us? We haven't won in 70 years.
I know, I love you guys. I love you guys, but I cannot believe that you let Matthew Stafford go for Jared Goff. I just want to get your opinion on that.
Stop.
Do you want to kill somebody?
I do.
I don't get that one at all.
The only thing I can say is this, and you can experience this too, I'm sure. If a coach doesn't believe in you, sometimes, and for some players, that can get in your head. And so I'm just hoping that Goff gets here and we pump his little ego up and he believes in himself and starts playing again. That's all I can hope. As I showed the video the other, I shared it on my page of Matthew Stafford playing with a broken collarbone. No, put me in. And we got Jared Goff. I can't play, my thumb, it's sore.
Exactly, I know. Well, that's the thing. He's going to a team that's such a workhorse team, and Detroit is such a blue collar. It's like Philadelphia as far as they're super serious fans, and they don't take any crap, and they want you to be a workhorse, and you've got to be. We have the same situation. Yeah, you've got to be a
You define yourself as serious, you Philadelphia fans.
Oh, we're seriously crazy.
Serious is the word I would use. Evil, mean, horrible, yell at Santa Claus.
Throw snowballs, yes. It's so funny. I have to tell you this. So you're from Detroit. So Detroit and Philly kind of have that same rap of everyone. They find out when you're from Detroit or Philly, they're like, ooh, okay. And the funny part is my partner on Girls Gone Green, another comedian, Donna V. She's from New Jersey, North Jersey, as tough as nails. And I took her to see an Eagles game. Now she's a huge Jets fan. And, so she's used to losing. She's used to getting razzed. She's used to taking whatever kind of stuff that anybody throws at her. And we went to, MetLife Stadium. We had a blast. And then we went to MetLife Stadium. And then that same day we went down to the Eagles. So the Eagles were playing a night game. So we went to a day game and a night game. She was literally holding on to me, being like, why is everyone so angry and mean here? I'm like, you're from New York and you're worried about what's going on here in Philadelphia? So I do understand what you're saying. They are just inordinately angry. Philadelphia fans are just angry people. I can't even explain it. I'm from Philadelphia and I'm like, a little too angry.
Right, you get a jail in your stadium, for Christ's sake. Okay, so I got a video to show you here in your host reel, and I want to talk about this because I'm sure this must have been a thrill for you. So here's a clip of one of the hosting things you did. I assume it was also in Vegas. So check out the second clip, Sheila.
Need your help. I don't know if I can do it. This show is huge this year. With this pass, it's 5 different floors, 1,500 vendors, and miles of floor. How am I going to see everything? I need a strategy.
Calm down. Get your game face up.
Like this?
Yes.
All right.
Now let's go see these shows.
All right,
Let's go.
let's go see the show.
Let's go.
Getting to meet John Gruden.
Can I tell you, Jenny, he was like the coolest guy. I didn't know, Chucky makes all those faces during the games and he looks like such an angry dude and he's got that voice. So I was a little hesitant to meet him because I was thinking to myself, oh man, this is either going to go really well or he's going to be rolling his eyes like, ugh. He couldn't have been nicer. He was such a great guy. And so it was such a thrill to meet him, like a super iconic coach and super nice guy. And we talked a little football and that was the year that the Eagles won. And so I said, I think the Eagles are going to go to the Super Bowl. And he was like, I think you guys might actually have a chance. So it was great. I got the endorsement of John Gruden. I was like, yes, perfection.
Okay, but you did have to don that jersey. You did have to put on that Raider jersey. How hard was that to do?
It was difficult. Raider Nation, they're such an iconic group of, talk about crazy fans. Those, I didn't feel like I did any kind of justice. I just put it on and put a little, eye black, but I didn't do the crazy. I wanted to do Mad Max, and we didn't have time to do all that. But I feel like if you're, you have to go all in. If you're going to wear a Raiders jersey, you've kind of got to go all in. So I did what I could.
Would you wear a cowboy jersey?
Never. Oh, no, not happening. Jenny, I would have to be, I don't know what would have to happen, but I would have to be, no. That's the one jersey that I just cannot bring myself. I'm dying to see a game in Texas Stadium. I'm sure they say it's the most incredible stadium, but I'm like, I don't think I can bring myself to get there.
Yeah,
Jerry
right.
Jones, I can't give Jerry Jones more money. He doesn't need it.
I know, really. Maybe if you won a contest or something. Made him fly in there. Oh, so Girls Gone Green. So that is a podcast with the green being the green, I'm assuming, from the Jets and the Eagles, the color teams there. So tell us a little bit about that podcast, how that started. Do you do it year round or just during season?
Yeah, we do it year round. It's every Wednesday night on Facebook Live. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we are on Periscope and also Instagram. And so it's every Wednesday night at 8, and we have such a blast. Like I said, it's another comedian and myself. Her name is Donna V. She is the long-suffering Jets fan, and I'm the Eagles fan. And we do comedy together, and we would end up talking about football after comedy or during the shows. And we're like, you know what? There's not a lot of women talking about football that we see, and breaking it down in a way that it's, small chunks so it's easily understood for those people that are not into football. And then we go into detail for the people that are. And then we throw in our crazy comedy life. Like, you're a lifer. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody believes the lifestyle that you lead when you're a stand-up comedian. And so we mix in stories about shows that we've done together or shows that we've done on the road, all the crazy stuff that happens. And then one great thing that Jenny, I'm going to ask you and put you on the spot. I would love to have you come and do this. On the off season, we take old time radio scripts and we reenact them with actors and other comedians. And we make you guys dress up in costume and we give you like multiple characters. So you have to do all these different voices and we have a blast. So that's what we do in the off season.
I do a character now called, I swear to God, we're the same person, it's called, it's based on a Betty Davis character, Ellen Garfield, and I gave her the third because it just sounded so. So Ellen Garfield the third, but my friends call me Tripsy, darling. And so I actually called a game. I do this other show. We'll have to get you on that too, where I called a game and I got old footage from the Chicago Cardinals and the Chicago Bears, and it was the Bears and the Cardinals. And Pat Summerall, that nice young kicker, he was there, and I told him, with that voice, you really should go into announcing when it's all over.
Hey, what's a big idea? I love that. I love everything you're doing. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. All right, you're on. Okay, you're on whether you like it or not.
All right.
That's so great.
Excellent.
Yeah, and
excellent.
What we're hoping to do, Jenny, what you need to do, because you're in LA, you're in sunny, beautiful LA, we're hoping to take some of that live because what a great thing to have for people that, because of COVID. I don't know about how it's going in LA, but here in the New York and New Jersey area, and I'm in Maryland right now, there's not a lot of live shows going on because of everything that's happening. But we were saying with old time radio shows, we could do that outside of the gazebo with just a microphone and the scripts, and people can be far away, but it's still that feeling of using your imagination. And obviously not a lot of props, just sounds, you know, whatever we're going to have to do to make the sound effects. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring that back, because what a cool form of entertainment when everybody's got to be separate.
That's a great idea. That is awesome. So the Aunt Sheila character that reads horoscopes, are you doing that one as well? Are you still doing that every week?
Yes, I'm still doing that. I do that
That's
weekly.
awesome.
That is a real person, Jenny. That's my Aunt that's my Aunt Sheila. And she is such a character that I would do this character back to her, and she'd be like, I don't sound like that at all. I'm like, you sound exactly like this. And she's like, I don't. And then, you know, the funny part is I would play it and then she would come to shows where I would do the character, and people love that character because it's just so crazy and over the top. And she would be like, well, I guess I'm kind of famous. And she just loved the attention that she would get from the character, because I would point her out in the audience and I would say, that's actually the real Aunt Sheila. And she dresses just like that Aunt Sheila does, like crazy, colorful, you know, the craziest glasses that you could ever find, the crazy colors. And the reason I do the horoscopes is because when COVID started, are you familiar with Walter Mercado? He's an astrologist. Okay, he's a Spanish astrologist that they did this huge documentary. He recently died at the age of 87, but he was huge in South America. But check this story out. He was an actor, and he was promoting a play on a show in California. This is probably like 40 years ago. And he was all dressed up with a cape and crazy outfit to promote the play that he was in. And they go, hey, the guy that does astrology didn't show up. Can you jump in and just do astrology? And they just said, be theatrical. You're an actor. Just be crazy. Long story short, he's like a combination. He's like Liberace. It's basically like a Spanish Liberace. So he got on stage and he did this theatrical character, and people fell in love with him. And Jenny, his whole career changed. He became this like big deal astrologist. He was like Liberace and Elton John. And if you Google him in South America, he's this huge star. And I watched the documentary and I was like, oh my God, nobody does horoscopes anymore. And it's such a hilarious, crazy thing. And can I tell you, the nutsiest part of the whole thing is I put those videos up. I can't tell you how many messages I get from people, and they're like, do you do private readings? And what can you tell me about Capricorn? Like, it's a joke. But for $50, I'll tell you a bunch more jokes.
Right.
So it's been a crazy.
What is your sign?
Experience. My sign is Capricorn. So that's
Capricorn.
It's so funny,
okay.
Yeah. But I just get all these messages, and then the funny part is I've gotten a lot of messages from South America. So they come in Spanish. I don't speak any Spanish, so I've got to get like a translator. You know, I'm like trying to find these apps on the phone to translate. I'm like, this is nuts. Can you imagine? I could become a star in South America. Finally.
South America. What was it, Miss Cleo? You'll be Miss Tracy.
Exactly right.
Oh, what fun. I'm so glad we met. We have definitely got to stay in touch, my friend. Like I said, we are such kindred spirits. I think we're the same person.
Yes.
So what I ask all my guests, we're about to go take a walk on the beach and liven ourselves up and feeling a little bit more positive and motivated. What do you do, Tracy, when you're feeling down in the dumps and you need to add a little positivity to your life?
Okay, well, I love that question. I love that you get people out on the beach. I'm so jealous that you're out on that beach, because I used to live in LA and it's so beautiful out there. And anytime I can get outside, so I'm a walker too. I run, I walk, just to be outside. So whenever I get down in the dumps, I just need to be in nature of any kind. So I'm that person on the trails. I'm always hiking. I'm always out. I'm always walking. So now that I know that you do this, I'm going to get on those walks, because it's perfect for me. My work day's done, so I can join you on the walks. But thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you. And I'm holding you to the thing. You're coming and doing the old time radio show on Girls Gone Green.
You got to come on my sports show too. We'll talk when we hang up here. Once I get back from the beach. The beach is hard. You got to carry all that sand.
That's right.
So we're gonna leave here, and while they put the shoes on and I go collect the water for them, I'm gonna show a clip of some other funny videos you did where you take a bunch of songs and make COVID parodies out of them, and they are really great. You also have a good voice. Are you a singer as well, or is it just something you do for fun? Are you trained in that?
I'm not, but I love to sing. I just was like, you know what, I'm going crazy in here. So I roped my boyfriend into it. I made him stand there and do these videos with me. And he looks like he looks like he's in a hostage crisis situation in every video because it's like, you could just see him. I made him wear sunglasses, Jenny, because he was rolling his eyes so much. I'm like, just enjoy it. So
he looks very much like Dave Stewart, though. He looks good in the Eurythmics one. I like that.
He does, right? I told him, like, oh, we might want to invest in a wig. Pretty good. Never thought I'd say that.
Well, to all of you watching at home, go get your shoes on now. We're going to take a walk on the beach. And while you're tying those shoes, here are a bunch of clips of Tracy and a couple of men are with her boyfriend being funny, doing some Corona parodies. We will see more of you, my friend. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for doing this. Best of luck to you. Continued success. And go Lions!
E-A-G-E. I even mess up the Eagles cheer. Look at that. Come on, Jenny. I can't even believe that. Thank you so much. I had a blast. I can't wait to see you again soon.
Thank you,
and
Tracy.
Enjoy your walk.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Clean, so clean, so clean, so clean. I'm begging of you, please just wash your hands. Beauty shop shining, beauty shop shining. Doing your own hair's not so fun. Here in my car, I feel the safest of all because I have Clorox wipes and a mask inside my car. 6 feet apart, wash your hands, mask is on, you know what to do. So please don't roll your eyes at me, no cause for a commotion. This mask goes on your face, you see. So please go with the science. She blinded me with science.
Oh, what a funny new pal we have here at the InHouse Comedy Chat. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? I got the beach. I got the beach. Cher can't be with us today. She's answering some tweets. People got mad at her this weekend, so she's up there trying to apologize on tweets. Leave the great one alone. She's been so generous letting us use her house. At any rate, get up. Come on, let's go. We're going to take a walk now. Get off the couch. Get off the chair. Get out of bed. Get some movement into your life. Let's go. It is Monday, you guys. It's Motivation Monday. And here's a tip that will help you stick to this because some of you out there have been walking with me from the beginning. Some of you have been thinking about it. But if you're going to start any endeavor, whether it's eating better, exercising, whatever it is you would like to do, one of the best ways to maintain that activity is to write down goals. Don't just put the goal in your head, oh, I want to try to walk today, or I want to try to do yoga. Literally write it down. So I am telling you all right now to go get a sheet of paper and just make your goals just for the week. They don't have to be huge. Just something you want to accomplish this week, whether it's doing yoga, whether it's staying around and walking for an extra 15 minutes after we turn the video off here, or whatever it is, write it down. Putting it down, stick it up on your refrigerator, stick it on the mirror, stick it someplace you're going to see it, and give yourself goals. Make the first goal be write my goals out, and then you can check that one off right away. So write it down. It really helps you to stay motivated. So that's my Motivation Monday tip of the day. And now I want to celebrate the birthday of, boy, now, we all know my pal Cher here is my favorite everything, but my favorite actor, straight up actor, is Bette Davis. She, to me, was just the best. I've liked her ever since I was a little kid, and it is her birthday today. She would be 113 years old were she still with us. So here's a fun little clip of Bette Davis. It's about 2 minutes long, and what I'm going to suggest to you is that while that plays, walk a little bit faster. If you're on a treadmill right now, maybe raise that incline up a little bit, or walk faster on the treadmill. But let's get going. Hurry up a little bit and enjoy Bette Davis.
I always wanted to have Katharine Hepburn's gorgeous face. You know, I would look at mine and say, why can't you look like that divine woman? Well, now I'm a great many years older, and I see some of those films. And I don't think there's any question I was the best-looking woman.
Funny business, a woman's career. The things you drop on your way up the ladder so you can move faster. You forget you'll need them again when you get back to being a woman.
This is 1852, Dublin. 1852, not the Dark Ages.
I suppose I'm just as fond of children as anybody else. Well, it's just that babies grow up and everybody expects you to grow up with them.
If you are never criticized, if everybody says, that's a very nice actress, good actress, you have had it. You must have pros and you must have cons.
Right.
And heaven knows I've had a lot of cons.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, Mother.
Every now and then I would run into a director who was very conscious that I was a female and therefore he must not give me my way or let me play the scene the way I wanted to. But that never discouraged me. We ended up playing it the way I wanted to.
Do you mind very much, Mr. Shane, taking off your hat in the presence of a lady with a gun?
I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.
I have often wondered why I had such enjoyment from playing these women. I always, as I grew older, wondered if this was really in my nature, way underneath.
Wasn't that awesome? So here's to new friends and old. Bette Davis is the best. If you've never seen All About Eve, by the way, my favorite movie ever, it is the dialogue in that is insanely good. So, and if you happen to have seen the movie Mank recently, the guy that movie's about, Herman Mankiewicz, his grandnephew is the one that wrote All About, or whatever, John Mankiewicz wrote All About Eve. Check it out. It's the best movie. All right, I want to thank you so much for walking with me today, because I know you're up there and walking and watching along. I want to thank my fantastic guest, Tracy Locke, today. Please do check her out. Seriously, her stuff is really, really funny. I want to thank Sheila for directing and making me look good. I want to remind you that Password is coming on in just a couple of hours. 4 o'clock Pacific time, right here on this same page. Oh, it's a good one today. It is going to be all comics. It's Laughing Matters 1, the movie, the documentary, versus Laughing Matters 2, the documentary. So we've got Suzanne Westenhofer and Karen Williams taking on Sabrina Matthews and Vicky Shaw. It's going to be a good Password today, so make sure you check that out at 4 p.m., 7 o'clock Eastern, right here on this page. I'll be back on Wednesday, so tune in again. Write those goals down. Keep walking. Now, don't sit back down. Don't sit back down. Get up. If you're still walking, keep going. Another 15 minutes of brisk walking a day can change your life. Thank you so much for walking. Join me again Wednesday at 1 p.m. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, you guys. See you Wednesday.